Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello, my fellow heroes of Lithas, and welcome back to the channel. Today we will talk about the nerfs that has been applied to some champions in Bloodline. And our goal today is to figure out if this has a major impact on the champions and team comps in the game. By the way, I just want to say real quick that our next giveaway milestone will be 900 subs. When we reach our goal, I will give one of my dear subscribers 50 USD. That being said, let's get back to the video. So the two champions we will talk about are from the Water and Sun clan and the Bloom Uncounted clan. I personally really hate the word nerf, cause I have so many negative feelings towards it. But I don't think I'm alone about that. Anyways, let us stick to the topic and start by looking at all the changes that has been made to the Bloom Uncounted champion since its release. The first change occurred in the active skill of this champion. It is not a huge change and all, but still. If we look at the 8th line, we will see a sentence that says, and I quote, "Their damage taken increases by 40%, and so on." Previously, aka after the champion's release, this part used to be 60%, but the new update means that the clones are now more resilient and stronger than before. So obviously it would be wrong to call this part a nerf, as it clearly presents itself more as a buff. But yeah, let's move on to the second change that was made to this champion. In the ultimate skill of his, the damage dealt was increased from 200% to 350%. I bet I'm confusing the crap out of most of you now. But I will explain why this champion is part of the debuff collections in Bloodline. So, his active and ultimate clearly got buffed. It looks amazing. It looks like Bloodline is giving us all candy as birthday presents. But I will get to the truth behind all these changes and the reasons to why these changes were officially made in the first place. Do you all remember the bug this champion had in the very beginning and how it was rocking the battlefields, being nearly unstoppable for a couple of weeks? So obviously, Bloodline had to fix this broken bug of his to turn the game fair again. But after they fixed it, that is when the problems occurred. They fixed the bug which caused our male butterfly to get a little bit too weak. So then they had to buff him again to not kill people's expectations when getting him. He basically went from overly powerful to below average, and then to above average. And since the main journey of his technically was from overpowerful down to above average, I put him in the collection of nerfed champions. So that's that. Now the main question remains. Did this indirect nerf make a significant difference to male Bloom Uncounted? I am actually a bit concerned with this champion, as he is the typical assassin type which jumps to the back row to damage opponents and all. And after the bug fix, it did cause some changes to him regardless of the buff that was given on the active and ultimate skill. So he's clearly not like how he used to be. For instance, his damage got overall decreased, and this has made it harder for him as an assassin. And instead, he has become more reliant on the constitution of his clones. So yeah. Overall, to sum this champion all up, I do not think he belongs to the S tier ranking anymore. Okay, it is time for us to move on to the nerfed champion from the Water and Sun clan. Once again, it is the male who faced changes, and most of it is found in the ultimate skill of his. There were no changes made to his active skill, unlike the previous champion we talked about. So yeah. Anyways, his ultimate skill went through quite a bit more changes, which is why I think it would be best if I read it for you all. And I will once again mark out the parts that has been changed as I read. Our male champion will consume 125 energy per second to summon a roaring wave that ripples through the battlefield. This wave will restore all allied champions' constitution by 300% of his strength, and it will also deal damage to all enemies equal to 300% of the caster's strength. For every 5th waves that hit, allied champions are healed by an additional 10% of their max constitution, and enemies will be inflicted with an additional stun effect for 2 seconds. So let us compare and see just how much these numbers have dropped. Earlier, we can see that both the damage and healing part has gone from 500% and all the way down to 300%. As for the additional healing part, which is found later in the description, it has gone down from 15% to just 10%. I would say that these changes are quite big. Like, these are not mosquito bites. But before I totally forget to mention it, there has also been changes made to his passive skill. As we can see, the energy gain has been drastically reduced in this passive skill of his. It literally went from gaining 250 energy points to only gaining 125 energy points. And additionally to that, he also now uses more energy in this passive skill. The cost used to only be 100 energy, whereas now it takes 150 energy points. Like, all these nerfs look very brutal, but still is actually doing really well. Like, he was overly powerful to the next level before the nerfs happened. Cause before the nerf, he was better than Phoenix in some cases, and it was downright unfair having him in the team or as an enemy. But even now, after these debuffs, I would still consider him a S rank. And this is something I could not say about the male from the Bloom Uncounted clan, cause he just fell from the ranking as soon as the nerf hit him. But anyways, if you think I got something wrong, or if you have anything you would like to share about today's nerf champs, feel free to let us know in the comment section below. I really hope these updates about Bloodline's buff and debuff history are helpful to you. Anyways, have an amazing day everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye!